Okay, in my last video, we talked about how I came up with the idea and then how I'm going to be documenting on creating this hoodie. So this episode, I'm going to speak on the plan for the hoodie. I basically don't have a plan for this hoodie. It just came into mind and I didn't even plan for it. So I'm just making it from scratch and I have some notes down. That one I have it down. One, the hoodie needs to look like a robe. If you know a Pope's robe, you understand what I mean here. It needs to have a hood. So from the neck downwards, it's going to be like a Pope's robe, but it's going to have only a hood, and that's why I call it a Pope's hoodie. If those two come together, here are some equipment I have right now. Speaking of equipment, I really don't have much because I'm broke. I don't have a sewing machine. I don't have any equipment in making this hoodie. The only thing I have is this fabric, and if you're an African, you know this fabric. That fabric is basically my bed sheet, and I'm trying to sacrifice this bed sheet into making my hoodie. And who cares? When my mom gets to know about this, I'm cooked. She will end my life for real. So I'm just trying to bring my idea to life. I have a fabric. That's the first thing. I have a thread for sewing, and then I have a needle. I think that's all. That's the only things I have right now. So, speaking of equipment, the only three: fabrics, thread, and then needle. You may ask, why do I have only these three things? Because I'm broke, flat broke. But still, using these three things, I can make the hoodie. Basically, this to tell you that nothing can stop you from bringing ideas to life. These are the type of fabrics I wish I had. If you know essentials, the essentials hoodie is very soft, and then I like the quality of the fabric. And then they use, I think, 30% polyester and then 70% cotton, and then that makes it so good. But I'm not going to use that. I wish I had a Jofeng B1752 fabric. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. Sorry if I made a mistake in the pronunciation. I'm not good in Chinese. It was recommended to me by a clothing brand owner. His name is Devad or David, or I don't know. I'll put his channel link in the description so that you guys can check it out. He's a clothing brand owner, and then he gives advice on how you can also make your clothing brand. If you own a clothing brand and you are trying to come up, he gives advice on those things. I like that cotton because it's 430 GSM, very heavy, thick, 100% cotton, French terry. It's so good. It feels like butter, if you get what I mean. That's what we need in a hoodie. A hoodie needs to feel very soft so that when the person who wears it feels comfy, feels like, yes, this is good fabric. That is why I chose that fabric, the Jofeng B1752 fabric. It's very good. Check it out. I don't have it right now because, as I said, I am broke. Maybe one day I'll get my hands on it and then I'll make it real. But for now, I'm using my African owned mom whatever fabric. I don't even know the weight of this fabric. It feels like 50 GSM or something, very lightweight. And I'm going to use it for the experiment for now. When I get my hands on some money, maybe I'll get the Jofeng B1752 fabric. Before I started this whole hoodie, I watched a video on how to make a hoodie. If you also want to learn how to make a hoodie, I'll put the link in the description for you to learn how to make a hoodie. He gave me a broad understanding on how a hoodie is made inside, how the insides feel, and then how the outsides are going to look like, the measurement and everything. So I basically stole some measurements from him, but I also tweaked it a little bit to add mine to how my priest hoodie is going to look like. So if you also want to learn and then follow this series, I'm going to put the link of that video in the description so that you guys can also watch it. Right now, me not having any knowledge on fashion and then me not owning any sewing kits, I really feel like I'm stuck for real. I feel like I can't do anything now because I don't own sewing machines. How I'm going to make this hoodie come to life, because this is an idea and I only own three things, but I still want to make it. I still want to do it and see how far I can go with this, because honestly speaking, I really feel stuck. I feel like I'm stuck. I don't know where to go right now. I don't know what to do. I feel like I should quit this series, but who knows? Maybe I can get something out of making this. So I don't even know what to do right now. I just have only a fabric, a thread, and a needle, and then a scissors. I didn't add that, but I'm adding that right now. If my mom sees what I'm doing right now, she would me, but I really don't care. So one piece of advice I'm going to leave with you guys is do not limit yourself. Any idea you have, make sure you bring it to life. Sometimes you are going to feel stuck. Sometimes you are going to feel like, nah, I can't make this. This feels impossible. This feels like nobody can ever do this. You can. That is why it came to you. That is why the idea came into your head. And then you limiting yourself is opening a way for you to feel some type of way. If you have an idea and then you want to create it, and then you try using the things around you to create that idea, you will have more ideas back up the bigger idea. If you get what I'm trying to say, maybe making this hoodie is kind of like, it feels like this hoodie can never be made. I cannot do this hoodie. I need to have the right materials, the right fabrics. I need to know something in sewing or in fashion, and I don't know anything about all these things, and I'm still trying to do it. It feels like I cannot do it, but I can because I believe in myself. When I say I believe in myself, I don't just limit myself to, oh, because I've not learned this, I still can. No, I'm still learning. You have to still learn. You've not tried it, do it. Maybe you can do it more than the people who are already in the business. That is why the advice I give to myself every single day and night, because every single day and night, all I think of is just giving up on this because I feel like I cannot do this. I can't, but I still want to try it anyways. It won't end badly. I'll still be able to make it and then understand and then learn something from this. That is why I still want to make it. One piece of advice I'm giving you all, make sure that even if you have an idea and then you want to make something and you have nothing, use the things around you to make it. I don't have a fabric, a proper fabric, but I have my bed sheets and then I'm using that. I don't have sewing machines, big sewing machines I can use, but I'm using a thread and a needle. I don't have any modern age cutting tools, but I'm using a scissors. This shows you how far I will go to make this dream come. And then I'm documenting every single thing on this channel because I want to save it up to see how far I went to make this. That's why I'm documenting everything. So thank you guys. If you really like this series, you should really subscribe and then like, because there is more to come. There are so many ideas I want to bring out, and then I need you guys help. Just like this video and subscribe. If you also have the same mindset, you really get what I'm trying to put out here. So thank you all for tuning in again. I think this is episode 2 of me making the Hope Soothing. So catch you in episode 3.